You probably already know these grammar forms, 에 대해 or 에 대한, and they mean about. Now, if you don't already know these, I'll link to a video in the description box below where you can learn all about them. And they do mean about. You can use them in your formal speaking, you can use them in your regular conversations, you can use them with everything. Except, a lot of the time, these are not the ways that you're going to want to say about. This is because these forms can sound at times a bit too stiff and too literal. Now, I actually got this idea from a channel supporter, a paid supporter who had written a sentence in a comment and they used 에 대한, and it sounded a little bit awkward, and I realized I should probably cover this topic. So thank you to that channel supporter, as well as to my other channel supporters and Patreon supporters who allow me to keep this channel running. All right, fortunately, in this case, it's pretty simple for us to sound more natural and say about, but it just depends on what it is that you're trying to say. Now, if you're talking about something, so you want to say you spoke about something or you will talk about something. Anytime you're talking about something, it's really simple. You only need one word to say about, and that is iyagi. This word literally means story, but you can also translate it as a conversation or talking with someone. In fact, it's commonly used in the verb iyagi hada, meaning to talk with someone or to have a conversation. So you can say like iyagi 했어요, like we talked or we had a conversation, or even just we had a chat. Oh, and I should also note that outside of anything that's like formal usage, in most everyday speech, you're actually going to not say this as iyagi, but it'll get said as 얘기. Normally, if you're saying that you're talking about something and you didn't know about how to use this, you might say something like the noun you're talking about with 에 대해 or 에 대해서, and then 얘기하다. So we talked about 에 대해, a noun. So if you were to use 그것, just that thing, you can have 그것에 대해 얘기했어요. We talked about that, literally that thing. But you have another option which is simpler than this and sounds more natural. Instead, just put the topic of what you're talking about before iyagi. This topic can be a noun. So again, not just any random noun, but whatever specific topic, the noun, the topic that you're talking about, or it can also be an adjective. And then by adjective, I mean this can be any adjective made from either a descriptive verb or even from an action verb. And if you don't know how to make an action verb into an adjective, I have several videos about that on my channel as well. Let me clear this board then and give you an example. So here's a couple examples in one sentence. 영화 얘기했어요. So we talked about 영화, we talked about movies. So we had a movie conversation is what you're saying. Or you could say something like 학교 얘기했어요. So we talked about school. So this works for general, simple topics, like one word as a noun, or as you'll see in a bit, as well as adjectives. But if you want to talk about something that's more specific, so you have a longer thing that you're talking about, well, then you'll actually have to go back and add in 에 대해, just like before. For example, let's look at this sentence. 한국에서 생활하는 것에 대해 얘기했어요. So we talked, but here about living in Korea. So we talked about life in Korea. You wouldn't be able to make a really long topic like 한국에서 생활하는 것 얘기했어요. It could sound a bit awkward. So when you need to make something more specific, again, it's fine just to add in the about form here. So I said that it can also be used with adjectives, so let me give you a few examples of that. The first one is this sentence, 무슨 얘기 했어요? So 무슨 얘기, literally 무슨 is an adjective that means what. So what 얘기, what conversation, what did you talk about? Notice how the about is in the translation, although there is no about form in this sentence. 무슨 얘기 했어요? So literally, what conversation did you have? Or you can say 다른 얘기. So 다른 comes from the descriptive verb 다르다, meaning to be different. So a different or another 얘기, another conversation. 다른 얘기 하고 싶어요. So I want to have another conversation. I want to talk about something different. I want to talk about something different. And here's another one. 계속 이상한 얘기를 하고 있어요. So 계속 is continually, like someone keeps doing something. 이상하다 means to be strange. So 하고 있어요. They are. So they keep saying strange things. They keep saying weird things. They keep talking about strange things. 계속 이상한 얘기를 하고 있어요. But what if you're not talking about something? What if something is about something? Well, then you're not going to use iyagi. Well, you might not anyway. You can use another noun though, naeyong. Naeyong means the contents of something. So the contents of a lesson or the contents of a movie, as in what happens in the book or what happens in a movie, something like that. For example, you can use it normally to mean contents. 영화 내용이 아주 좋았어요. So the movie's contents were very good. As in, what was in the movie, what happens, was very good. So this would just be a way to say the movie was really good, as in you're talking about what happened in the movie. So you can use 내용 just like any other noun, and it's not special by itself. What makes it special though is how it can be used to mean about. Pause the video right now though and think about how you would make this sentence. What is the movie about? What is the movie about? How would you make that sentence? This is not how you would want to say it. 무엇에 대한 영화예요? So it is a movie about what? 영화는 무슨 내용이에요? So the movie, as for the movie, let's talk about the movie. 무슨, as in what, the adjective. So what contents is it? 무슨 내용이에요? What is the contents of the movie? That is how you would ask in Korean, or a natural way you would ask in Korean, what is the movie about? And very often, naeyong will be used like this after an adjective, such as 무슨 or whatever it is. Again, that can be an adjective made from a descriptive verb or an adjective made from an action verb, just like we had before with iyagi. And this is how naeyong gets the meaning of about, when it's used after an adjective. 이해할 수 없는 내용이었어요. So it was about, it was contents, literally, that I cannot understand. I wasn't able to understand what it was about. Again, literally, it was contents. It was about something that I can't understand. So where else have you seen these two words, iyagi and naeyong, used before? Any other questions? Let me know in the comments below. I do read all of those. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in another episode. 그럼 다음에 또 봐.